Welcome to Sir Emrakul. Today I'll be teaching you how to make a vintage Mishra's Workshop deck. Obviously the prime card being Workshop. We'll start off with the sideboard though. First up we've got Graph Digger's Cage. Creatures can't enter the battlefield from graveyards or libraries. Players can't cast cards in graveyards or libraries. Obviously this beats reanimation decks and also cards like Yawgmoth's Will, and it's just a good power card to have a sideboard. Probably not the main deck because not most decks aren't really. This deck doesn't really work against some of them. Crucible of Worlds 3. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Obviously, if they have like a strip mine, you can destroy your Talon Academy or Mishra's Workshop. You can just use this and cast them from your graveyards. Could work with smokes out. You sacrifice your lands and then just play them, but it's mainly good for that reason. Tormod's Crypt 0. Tap, sacrifice it, exile all cards to target player's graveyard. Again, sideboard for decks like Delve, where they can't enter where you can just exile and ruin all Delve decks. Just very good. I played 2 of those. Dismember. 1 black, Phyrex in blacks. Instant target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. Obviously one of the best removals of all time. Works at any colour deck. Very good. Not most creatures in Vintage don't have more than 5 toughness. I have 2. Phyrexian Metamorph. 3 in Phyrexian blue. You may have Phyrexian Metamorph enters the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or creature of the battlefield except an artifact. Obviously if they've tinkered into a huge creature, if they somehow animate a huge creature, this can become a copy of them. Or if you've got powerful artifact yourself or creature, you can make a copy of that. Or if you want more mana acceleration, you can make this a copy of anything you want really. Play 1 in my sideboard. Sword of Fire and Ice 3. Crypt creature gets +2/+2 protection from red blue. Whenever crypt creature does come out to play Sword of Fire and Ice, deals 2 damage to target creature player and you draw a card. Obviously draw a card is very important for card advantage. +2/+2 itself is very good. Protects from red and blue. Blue being the main colour most creatures, very good. Deals 2 damage to target creature, will destroy lots of creatures of Vintage. So just a very, very good card. Very, very good. Batterskull 5 Living Weapon. That means when it enters battlefield, put a 0/0 germ and attach this to it. Crit creature gets +4/+4 and has a lot of vigilance and lifelink. 3. Return Batterskull to its owner's hand. Use that when your germ's dead. Quip 5. Usually you just cast this for 5 for a 4/4 vigilance lifelink, which is very, very good. But it's just very powerful. And you can cast it like turn 2, 1 even if you're lucky enough. And you can just get out of hands and keep on getting 4/4 lifelinks. Ghost Quarter. Tap and once your mana pool, sacrifice Ghost Quarter. Destroy target land. It's controlling searches library for a basic. Put it into the battlefield and shuffle your library. Obviously you can destroy powerful cards like Talon Academy, Guy's Cradle, such like that. And they can have to search for basic, which in lots of cases they don't actually have in their deck. Play 3 of those. Now to the main event, the deck. We'll start off with the lands, and we've got itself Mishra's Workshop. Tapped at 3 cast manage mana pool. This mana may only cast to cast artifacts. Best land in the game for artifacts. It's just unlimited colourless black closest for artifacts. Very, very powerful. You can get 3 cast artifacts for turn 1. It's just, I think, the best land of all time. I play 4, obviously. Not restricted yet. Wasteland. Tap, add 1 colour to your mana pool. Tap, sacrifice a destroy dark non-basic land. Obviously it destroys the powerful lands like Talon Academy, Guy's Cradle, Mishra's Workshop, yeah. Play 4. Ancient Tomb. Tap, add 2 cards to manage your mana pool. Ancient Tomb deals 2 damage to you, yeah, it deals 2 damage to you, but that's not really a problem because it adds 2 cards to your mana pool. That's very good for a turn 1 lands. Not as good as Mishra's Workshop, but still very good. Play 4 of them. Talon Academy. Legendary land. Tap, add blue to your mana pool for each artifact you control. Maybe this is better than Mishra's Workshop, but that's opinion, but this is restricted, so obviously if you get lots of artifacts and get out of hand, tap for many, many blue. Makes your Moxes and Lotuses even more powerful. It's a very, very powerful land. Mishra's Factory. Tap to add 1 colour Spanish pool. or give any assembly worker +1/+1. 1, this land becomes a 2/2 artifact creature's assembly worker. You wouldn't really give an assembly worker +1/+1, that's what you use it for mostly. But it's just good cards, it's pretty cool as well. 4 of them, winter version. Strip Mine, tap to add 1 colour to mana pool, or play Strip Mine in your graveyard and sacrifice 1 land of your choice to sacrifice it. This is probably better than Wasteland, well it is. It's just restricted though, so only 1 of them. Very powerful, you can destroy any land though. Very good. Phyrexian Revoker 2, artifact creature horror, and its battlefield name an online card. Activate abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated. If you've got a saw card that keeps them beating you up, just name that and its usefulness goes hugely down. Like Noble Hierarch can't tap for mana, and such things like that. It's very good. I play 4 of them. Very good for control. For Arcbound Ravager 2, sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter Arcbound Ravager. Module 1, oh, just saying this is my creatures. Just a good card. If you've got artifacts that you don't really need anymore, such as the Moxes, you can just sacrifice them, put +1/+1 counter on it. And then when it dies, put +1/+1 counter on other creatures. You can sacrifice itself to put +1/+1 counter on another creature you control at instant speed. So very good. I play 3 of those. Phyrexian Metamorph 3, Phyrexian Blue. You may have Phyrexian Metamorph enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or creature on the battlefield. Wait, I've already gone through this. Oh yeah, I have 3 of these on my main board. Banter. Lodestone Golem, recently restricted in Vintage. 4, no artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. Slows down your opponent, doesn't slow down you. Very good. Okay, X-Man creatures, Hangabout Walker XX, and battlefield X +1/+1 counters on it. When it dies, put a 1/1 colour Thops artifact creature token onto the battlefield with flying. For each +1/+1 counter on a Hangabout Walker. 1 tap, put a +1/+1 counter on Hangabout Walker. Obviously, you can get this up to like 8 with Clarion Academy, and then you sacrifice with Arcbound Ravager and get lots and lots of Thopses to beat your opponents down. 4 of these. Mana Crypt. This is my non-creature artifacts, targeting the lowest mana cost. During your upkeep, flip a coin. If your opponent can call the flip, then it does 2 damage to you. Tap, add 2 colors mana to your mana pool. Play this ability as an interrupt. Obviously very good. It's like a Soul Ring for 0 mana. Yeah, it can deal 3 damage to you, but that's only if you're unlucky. Very good card to have, and you can sacrifice with your Arcbound Ravager. Arcbound Ravager have many uses. Now we're to the Moxes. The Mox Pearl is just basically a 0 mana cost. Plains doesn't count as a land. The Mox Ruby, very much like that, except it's red. The Mox Jet, same again, but it's black. These were all illustrated by Dan Fraser. Mox Emerald, green. Obviously, these are very good cards because they're basic lands, but you can cast them without it counting as your land play. Very good. And Mox Sapphire, probably the best one because of the colour blue. And now we're going to the big guy, Black Lotus. 0, adds 3 mana of any single colour of your choice to your mana pool, then is discarded. Tapping this artifact can be played as an interrupt. Obviously you can get huge, this is probably the best card of all time, Art Contract from below, but that's banned. You get 3 mana on this first go of any 1 colour, so you can cast pretty much anything that's 3 or less mana. And with other things like Mishra's Workshop, that's 6 mana turn 1, unbelievable. This card is good in every single deck. You cannot have a vintage deck without a Black Lotus. Obviously restricted. Sol Ring 1. I just realised that these are mono artifacts. Strange. Add 2 class mana to your mana pool. We all have this card if you bought a commander deck, making its price kind of go down a bit, but still very good cards. People say it to be the power 10. Yeah. Probably I don't think so, but still. Sphere of Resistance 2. All spells cost an additional 1 to play. Slows down your opponents a lot. And it can just give yourself a good hold on the game. Because lots of your things are quite cheap. So it's good. I play 4 of these. Thorn of Amethyst, very much like Sphere of Resistance, but it's non-creature spells. Probably not as good in this deck, but still very powerful. Slow down your opponents for the same reasons. I play 4 of these. Tangle Wire. 3, Fading 4, for those who don't know that. This permanent enters the battlefield with a 4 fade counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove the fade counter from it. If you can't sacrifice it, At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player taps untapped artifact, creature, or land he controls for each fade counter and tangle wire. Basically, you can remove a fade counter before the trigger of tapping things activates, so you'll always be tapping less things than your opponents, and it's good for slowing down your opponents. 4 of these. Trini Sphere, basically, as long as it's untapped, each spell that would cost less than 3 mana to play costs 3 mana to play. Very good combos with, I forgot the card, but I have it, I'll show you when I get to it. And it just, again, slows down your opponents. Yeah, you have lots of things, but most of your things are above 3 mana or 3 mana itself. And mana's not really an issue when you use so much mana acceleration. Crucible of Worlds, have one of these in my sideboard, I've already gone through it. Just quite a good card. Smokestack, 4. During your upkeep, you may put a soot counter on it. During each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a opponent for each soot counter on it. Best board wiping artifacts. Maybe after Nevernero's Disc, but this is more useful in here. Basically, you can just make your opponent sacrifice. Yeah, you have to sacrifice, but you can sacrifice not useful things like the Moxes. Very good. And you can sacrifice this in your hands from Armbound Ravager. Chalice of the Void, this is the guy that combos with Trini Sphere, because if you do X for 3, then it counters every spell. Chalice of the Void, ends battlefield, X charge counts on it. It costs XX. Whenever a player casts a spell with command cost equal to the number of charge counters of Chalice of the Void, counter that spell. Obviously, you can just cast this for 0, counting all the Moxes, all the Black Lotus. Maybe not the best idea, but still good control card. Finally, we got the Tinker combo. I love this combo. 2 blue, as additional cost to cast Tinker, sacrifice an artifact, search your library for an artifact card, put that on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Obviously, just sacrifice anything from a Mox to a Crucible of Worlds maybe, and just search for big guys, and these are the guys I have in here for that. Blightsteel Colossus, going down in popularity, but I still like it. 12, Trample Effect, Indestructible. 1-hit KO, obviously. Darksteel Colossus, 11, Trample, Indestructible. Big creature, really. That could be turn 3, even turn 1, if you really are lucky with a Black Lotus and a Mox. But very powerful. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. That's been a vintage workshop deck. Leave comments on how I can improve and what you want to see in the future. Please like, subscribe. Peace out.